to take a look around. Maybe I'll find some objects that will jog my memory a bit. This door. It's more battered than the rest. I remember now. I was the one who broke this door open. But when? Where? A ship. I'm in an old ship.
Daniel Defoe, this is MSC, over. Defoe, do you hear me?
Daniel Defoe here. What's up?
One of our reconnaissance helicopters has spotted a strange film on the water's surface, not far from your position. Possible contamination. Can you check and assess the situation?
You're probably going to have to take a water sample from the target area, Finn.
Looks like it, Larry. Let's get to the target first, and then I'll switch to the daughter boat to take the sample.
Here we go.
What the? Finn, come take a look at this.
What's going on with you?
There's an unbelievably thick fog starting to drift our way. Eerie.
Be careful.
Still going to try to get the water sample with our daughter boat.
Roger, Defoe.
Water sample obtained.
Then pass that wet little baby right on over here.
Can you already gauge what kind of an oil slick it is?
Looks like Bunker C to me. Not good.
MSC, we suspect we might have a leaking ship in the area. Should we launch a search operation?
Yes, we're transmitting you the search area.
Coleman, we're on the lookout for an environmental offender. He seems to be dumping heavy oil into the water.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes peeled.
But bring that sample over here to me first. Will you manage by yourself, Finn?
It can't hurt for me to know. How do I start, Larry?
Turn the Bunsen burner on so its flame is very hot. Use the valve at the bottom to do so. It has to be really hot, roaring blue. Excellent. See the big needle with the loop at one end?
The one that looks like a dip net? Yes?
That's an inoculating loop, and your most important instrument. The next task has 3 steps. First, take the inoculating loop and hold it into the blue flame. That sterilizes it. You can move it by holding down the mouse button. Second, guide it into the jar of seawater to extract the sample. Third, inject the sample into the petri dish. Then we'll continue. we need to distill a colony from the sample. To do so, we'll use the so-called dilution plating method. Hold down the mouse button and guide the inoculating loop to follow the lines along the petri dish. That way, you'll distribute the sample so that colonies can grow. Well, that finishes up our business here. I'll let you know when I receive the final analysis for it. Until then, you should use the Luke Fox to start searching the area for the perpetrator.
MSC, this is Luke Fox. Bowers and I will take care of the leaking ship with the daughter boat.
Roger. Luke Fox heading out with 2 people aboard.
Here we go.
MSC, this is Luke Fox. Bowers and I will take care of the leaking ship with the daughter boat.
Roger. Luke Fox heading out with 2 people aboard.
Here we go. Finn, what the hell is that?
MSC, we've spotted a fishing vessel in the fog. It seems to be drifting unmanned and looks like it's in pretty bad shape. We'll take a picture and send it over to you. Maybe you can find out if it's been reported missing.
I'll get on it. Anything else?
Let's dock our boat and take a look at the situation.
Agreed.
going to take a look at the compartments below deck. Are you staying up top?
I can do that. MSC, we have boarded said object. OSC Estaire is inspecting the interior rooms, while Bauer secures the upper deck.
Anybody on board?
No, it seems to have been drifting around here completely unmanned.
I have the results of the water sample. Heavy oil. Very high concentration. It must have only just leaked recently. So you guys are probably standing on the perpetrator right now.
What the hell happened to this thing?
We'll look into it. Over and out. Good luck, Finn.
Coleman, you won't believe it, but the lights are still on in this thing.
What?
The motor still seems to be running. The lights are on.
So there are still people on board?
That would explain why the ship is leaking oil. I'm going to search through the different rooms.
Okay, let me know.
MSC, this is OSC Estaire. I'm below deck and have found a running motor.
I thought the ship was abandoned.
Maybe someone else found the ship adrift and got it running again. And just now fled?
Maybe. Fixing the oil leak is the priority for now. Could that be connected to the running motor?
Probably. You should try and switch it off and shut the ship down that way.
Easier said than done. I don't see any way of shutting it off here. Just a couple of beer bottles here. Not even past the expiration date yet.
So someone was having a party down there recently.
MSC, we found some old newspapers here. They're dated. Last month.
So someone really was on board. Maybe just a dumb prank by some curious wannabe adventurers?
I don't know. There's a door here, but it's stuck. Maybe there are still some people on the other side? I have to try and break it open.
Okay. All quiet up top. Just some rusty fishing equipment. Nothing interesting.
There's a door here, but it's stuck. Maybe there are still some people on the other side? I have to try and break it open.
Okay. All quiet up top. Just some rusty fishing equipment. Nothing interesting. Finn, just get in touch via the radio if you get stuck.
Coleman, I'm not getting any further here.
You found a hammer, right? And there was some door that seemed to be locked? Maybe you can use it to smash the lock and open the door. Use the hammer. Wasn't there a bent piece of pipe in the room where you found the hammer? Maybe you can break it off and take it with you. Don't you have 2 pieces of pipe now? Maybe you can combine the 2.
What the? Coleman, did you?
Yeah, I heard it too. What's going on here, Finn?
There's nobody here. Who's operating the horn?
Guys, hold on to your seats. We found your ghost ship. It's the wreck of the Maru, a Thai fishing vessel. It was torn loose and swept out of the Laem Chabang harbor by a typhoon back in 2007. It's been drifting unmanned on the open seas ever since. The entire crew is said to have been killed in that enormous storm. The ship has been spotted time and again on the world's oceans. It appears and then disappears almost immediately after it has been discovered. No one has ever managed to bring the ship back ashore. Superstitious sailors believe that the crew is still alive on the ship, and that they're being held captive by a greedy pirate who has them living below deck like slaves. Hostages on their own boat, they're forced to sail the Maru across the world's oceans under his command, knowing that they'll never see the upper deck or even dry land again.
I suggest we put an end to that fairy tale today. Let's tow this thing back to shore, Finn.
Should I ask the registered owner if he'd like to have the ship salvaged? Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds good. MSC, let us know if and when you hear anything back from the owner.
Okay.
What a strange ship. Radio me if you need help. What happened, Finn?
I disconnected the oil pump. Can you see the leak, Coleman?
Wait a second. Yep, I can see it. There doesn't seem to be any more oil leakage.
That just leaves us with the question whether there's really anybody on board. Coleman, I'm not getting any further here.
The oil leak is fixed. That's the most important thing for now. What else is there to do? Come over here, and we can talk it over.
Hello? What do you think about the beer bottles?
What about them? Somebody sees the ship drifting along, thinks it would be unbelievably cool to be on a ghost ship, and has a little party. It always annoys me how these people never seem to be able to clean up after themselves.
Well, there's not much to clean up here anyway. I found some newspaper clippings. They were from last month.
So somebody must have been on this ship since then.
The ship itself is a lot older, though, as is the majority of the cargo.
So it's been unmanned and drifting on the open seas for years, and is then paid a visit?
Maybe. I cut off the engine. That should hopefully fix the oil problem for now. We should tow the Maru wreck back to the shore and have it examined. That's sure to get us a headline.
All right, but first we need to make sure that there really isn't anybody left here. This whole thing just feels strange to me.
What do you make of this whole ghost ship story? Years spent drifting at sea, running motor, lights on, a horn that goes off by itself. There's something fishy about the whole thing.
Don't be silly, Finn. There's bound to be a logical explanation for this mysterious find.
I've searched every room. There's nobody here.
There wasn't anything out of the ordinary up here either.
Okay, then let's wrap it up. Let's get the Luke Fox back to the Defoe. Coleman, I'm not getting any further here.
The oil leak is fixed. That's the most important thing for now. What else is there to do? Come over here, and we can talk it over.
MSC, the wreck of the Maru has been drifting, abandoned on the open sea. We were able to stop the oil leakage for now. Any news from the owner?
Daniel Defoe, this is MSC. There is. The owner would like to have his ship brought back to harbor. We're sending out some tugboats immediately to take on the wreck of the Maru.
Good. We'll head back to the Defoe.
I'm glad you're on your way back, Finn. I was getting worried.
Daniel Defoe, this is MSC. Daniel Defoe, this is MSC. Over.
Defoe, what's going on, Jessica?
A sailing yacht southwest of Cape William hit a buoy and is beginning to list. The buoy is damaged, and the yacht may be taking on water.
Roger, we're already on our way.
No rest for the wicked today. Let's go.
Defoe? Finn? Finn!
What's up? Why so nervous?
We just got news from our tugboats, which were on their way to the Maru.
And?
The Maru wreck? You said you had completely shut it down?
Of course.
Hold on to your seat. The tugboats have combed the entire area for her. She's gone. Completely gone. Just disappeared.
This ship. It got hit by something. It's sinking. I have to get out of here or else I'm going to die.
I still don't understand why you want to go back to that oil rig, Finn.
Don't you find it slightly suspicious that refugee boats head there constantly? I don't see any reason as to why anyone would be taking refugees to an oil rig.
We're going to find out, people. At this time, we're going to find out what's been going on there. You can bet on that.